Today, I wanted to address something that's pretty serious, and it's really important for you to pay attention to this. By the time you look at this video, you might have already attended to it, but it's something called sensorineural sudden hearing loss. Sudden hearing loss needs to be treated as a medical emergency. So you don't want to all of a sudden not be able to hear and just say, oh, well, something happened, I'll just kind of wait it out. Sudden hearing loss is a medical emergency, as I said before, and it's really important to go either to the emergency room, go to an ENT doctor right away. Usually if you call a clinic or have somebody call for you, they will make an appointment for you right away. Or go to your primary care doctor. I don't care who you go to, actually. It's a medical emergency, so you need to get to whoever you can get to. So either your primary care doctor, an ENT doctor, or the emergency room. The reason why is that there are some treatments that can be done right away and might be able to save some of your hearing. So that's why it's really, really, really important that you pay attention and jump on it right away. Another thing that will be important is for you to always keep track of the medications you're taking, because some of these medications can impact hearing. And so if you have those lists, or you can tell the doctor what you've been taking, sometimes they can narrow it down in terms of where the sudden hearing loss came from. In my case, when I had sudden hearing loss, I just wasn't quite sure what was going on. My hearing would drop, and then it would come back, and then it would drop, and then, people would be talking to me, and I wouldn't hear a thing. And then all of a sudden, a few minutes later, then I was fine. So I wasn't clear. I wasn't sure why people were so mad at me. So they were getting frustrated, they were getting mad, and I was like, what is going on with people? And the last one to know was me. I had a friend who did say, hey, you might want to get your hearing checked or something. I've known you for quite a few years, and this is not who you are. So I was like, okay, and then all of a sudden I had an incident in which I was in the line of traffic. I was the first one in line. The light turned green. I went. Nobody else did. I wasn't sure why. And I looked to my right. There was nobody there. I looked to my left, and there was this ambulance right on top of me. And I veered to my right as hard as I could, and I drove into this gas station. I mean, screeching into this gas station. And this ambulance just went past me like a bullet. And I thought, how rude of that ambulance. Why didn't they put on their sirens? I was so mad. And so I rolled down the window, and I realized I couldn't hear anything. My hearing was gone. So it was a brutal experience and a brutal wake up. But, an ENT doctor did take me in, and they checked me over, and they started me on steroids right away. So sometimes that can be helpful, sometimes not. In my case, it wasn't, and so we had to go to the next thing. So my hearing did come back a little bit into the moderate range, but then it would drop into severe, so I was like up and down for several years. So I was just being watched by an ENT doctor and the audiologist. But please, if you do have sudden hearing loss, like it came out of nowhere, and you're not sure, when this started or why it was happening, then please get in contact with a doctor, ENT, ER, primary care doctor, someone, very soon. Don't put it off. Don't put it off, because there are some treatments that could bring back your hearing. Maybe not all of it, but some of it. So that's what I wanted to say in this video. If you have any questions or any pointers for others, please put your questions down below, your comments, share your story, which will be important for others. just know that, there are so many reasons why someone could suddenly lose their hearing, either because the ear or your condition is genetic, could also be due to medications, could be due to an incident. You were in a car accident, or there was an explosion where you worked, or, loud noises, sudden loud noises at your work, that could all affect your ears. The neurological system of your ears is the cochlea, and it is very tiny and very fragile. So there are a gazillion reasons why you could be losing your hearing suddenly. So I'm not an audiologist, as you know. I'm not an ENT doctor. I'm just someone who did lose her hearing very suddenly. So promise me, promise yourself, promise your family that you'll take care of your hearing, and that if you notice something very sudden, please treat it as a medical emergency. If you are new to my channel, welcome. This is Lisa from Hearing Loss Pathfinder. Like and comment any of the videos. Feel free to share, and I'll see you in the next one.